Hey everybody, Coax and Camp Stools here. It's probably been about a month and a half since my last activation. Between being busy with work and then of course as soon as my schedule opened up, I was sick as a dog. Now I'm only kind of sick. I just didn't make it out into Fort Ordoon State Park, which is where I am today. I also realized setting up that I forgot my normal tripod setup, so hopefully this view doesn't suck too much. So to be honest, I'm a little nervous with how this is going to go. I've been doing MorseRunner at home to try to not lose what little bit of proficiency I had, but we're going to learn together how this is going to go. I'm going to run the 891 today. I realized driving over here that I never really talked through my Link Dipole Kit that I made at home. So we're going to do a quick breeze through that. I'll tell you how I do my my guys here in a minute after I get everything set up. Also, going to be using the Ashi Paddle today. Impulse bought this after one of the new CW Ops roundtables live streams, and I wanted to bring that out today. I think my last activation was actually my first ever straight key activation. I was going to use a straight key again today, but I went and bought this paddle, so I really just want to use that. All right, I think I have everything out. I'm going to run some wires, and then I'll bring you all in closer to look here at my little Link Dipole Kit. All right, sorry about this weird view, guys. You can see my hand down here. I had a different head on my tripod, so I'm making it work today. I'll put a picture in here of how weird this setup is going to look, so hopefully it's all right. So for my guy lines, I just use 550 cord that I wrapped around one of these K6 ARK winders, and I tied little Amazon Warrior S-beaners on here, and I put the 550 cord right through the hole. Ooh, make sure this is in shot. I put the 550 cord right through the hole. That way it doesn't walk off on me. And I also have some of these little sliding tensioner guys on there that I can adjust the tension on the line, but most of the time I just kind of use it as a little bolo and wrap it around this fence. I'll put a picture here in a minute. Everything's in this little Maxpedition pouch. And for my feed point, I use one of these, I've always heard them called Cobra heads. I think they're BNC to banana plug adapters. Love these things. I have never broken one. Stable isn't wood, but I'm still gonna knock on it. Have never broken one. There's these little holes right through it that I, again, just attached a little loop on there, and this is exactly how I'm gonna hang this from the tip of my mast. I also tied on a, all right, I'm using one hand, sorry guys. I tied on a, what is this? Female to female adapter. In case I'm just running normal BNC coax, I can hook right onto it. And again, I drilled a hole. See if you can see that. I drilled a hole right through this middle plastic part and made this all captive so it doesn't walk off on me. I don't drop it in the sand on the beach or use it on a different project and then forget to put it back in. And this is just a little bit of heat shrink around there, some of that glue lined heat shrink. And that Link Dipole, I'm not going to pull this all out right here. I just use these little, let's see if I can get you closer. I use the 2mm banana plug adapters, and I have 10, 15, and 20 meters all over here, and these are my 40 meters extensions. I don't think I've ever used the 40 meter extensions, but I have them in case I want them. I also keep a spare little, I think it's a 7-foot run of RG316 coax in there in case I need just a little bit more length getting it up the pole. I don't know if you can see these. Most of the stuff that I print is from Adam, K6 ARK, because he's a wizard. And I have his little adapters here, and I'll put a link in the description. But these are really easy to connect and disconnect after you pull the whole mast down. What I'm also going to try today is just running a speaker. So I'm going to do some CW through my speaker today. Seems like a lot of guys do that, and that's going to make it a little bit easier for me on the post-processing video editing part. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. I also brought my normal recorder that I can switch to if I just don't like having a speaker. All right, thanks guys. I'm not going to be able to get a good angle for setting up my antenna. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. All right, now we're back. We have it set up. I'm just holding this phone in my hand, so hopefully it's not shaking too much. But this is how I set it up. There's these little holes. Oh man, I hope you can see this. There's little through holes that come pre-drilled in the threaded portion that these 2mm banana plugs just slip right in. And then I put little loops in here. My strain relief is just going right onto these lugs. And I've mentioned it a couple times in my Delta Loop videos, or at least the comment section, that I don't like running half-wave dipoles because I have to run so much coax. I have a 15-foot section of RG316 that's going to hook up to RG58 just to get the length that I need. And now I'll head down to the end, and I can show you how I do the guy lines. A quick pit stop here at the link section. So this is a K6 ARK 2mm banana plug link boy. I'll drop a link down in the description for these. These are awesome. I use these on all my antennas, all my links, and I put them at the ends of my antennas, even if they're not links, as a nice slim tie-off for the wire. So all you have to do to link it, I only have one hand, so I'm not going to do it. Actually, we'll see the next one. So to link it, all you do is you pull out the one side, and then you can let it dangle, or you can drop it through the middle there. I just drop it through the middle so that I can see at a glance which link is unhooked. And that's it. A little bit of soldering, a little bit of magic, and you've got a pretty easy to separate link that doesn't take up a lot of room. Now this is set up for a 40-meter link, but this is what I mean when I say that I just use this as an endpoint to attach carabiners or guy lines to my antennas. Even if I didn't have a 40-meter link, this is exactly how I do it, and I just clip on an S-beaner right there, and this isn't going anywhere. So because I'm trying to get the legs on my half-wave dipole as horizontal as I can, I have to pull these guy lines out as far as I can, and I'll typically, again, I'm doing this with one hand, I'll just throw them on here like this. A little bit sunny today, and that way I can adjust as needed the tension in these to get as horizontal as I can. So here we are all set up. I ended up not being able to run my mast as high as I wanted to because I ran a little bit short in the coax department, but this is how I do the guys. I wanted it a little bit higher, so I put it on this pole rather than on this fence, and then I just have my little tensioner keeping those lines taut. We're all set up. I've got my camera here leaned up against the water bottle, so hopefully I don't get thirsty. I'm gonna run a lapel mic right up to the speaker.
Gotcha. Lima, Quebec, Oscar. Thank you for that, Peter. Come on in. Good morning.
Apparently there's somebody on 14332. So this Ashi Paddle uses micro switches instead of the normal magnets and springs for tension and contact. This will be my first time on the air with it. WR check. Oh yeah. Power. I'm just going to push 50 watts because, you know, why not? Oops. So I lied. I'm going to do 40 watts. I'm only, I think, 26 contacts away from my first kilo here at Fort Ordoon State Park, so maybe I'll get that today. There's not many POTA stations on 15, so that either means 15 isn't working, or that means everybody will come for me because I'm the only one on 15. Oops. Estimator's not even moving. That guy's absolutely blowing me away. Listen to that fading. North Carolina. I might have to go to 20. This is crazy slow. So I'm getting coast to coast, but I might be going too far. I'll be back, guys. Going to 20. And we're back for 20 meters. So this is 21061. Band, band 14.
Okay, roger. Well, your signals today are not too stable. They're going up and down all the time with a lot of QSB. But
let's hope that this is better, guys. FT-8's coming in strong. That guy just said something about QSB, so. Alright. I'm wondering why I hear so many stations. I'm still on upper sideband, so I'm hearing all of them, that's why. Fan's kicking on now. Cute. Was that somebody coming back to me? I thought that was my recording. Oops. Oh. Oregon. Oh, gee, I think it's DGR actually. give him a 5'3", but he's way stronger. 5'2". North Dakota. Ooh. So that's... Apparently everybody's on 20. Man, I can't tell if somebody's way down in there. That guy tried to throw me up with a /7 in there. I think I got it. So that's Wisconsin. Might be a 9. Okay, I think that was ours. K1XD. Utah. P7OM. First Canadian of the day. even move the S meter. He might have sent me something else, but I totally missed it. I was too busy thinking about how he wasn't moving the S meter. How many? Quick take the face plate. What was I on, 58? Yeah, 58. I took the faceplate off because I could... KMAT? Hearing that, like the radio background and then nothingness while I'm sending was like tripping me out. Washington, KD7REM. K7XU. Strong signal. Arizona. might be a good time to stop. Now that I'm like 3 from 1,000, whatever. Okay, I think I'm good. What you gotta do when you actually want to stop an activation is as soon as you say QRT or I guess not last call, QRT, you know, whatever, immediately spin the dial, because that is when the pileup is gonna come back. Respot, QRT, thanks all. You know, that actually went better than I thought it was gonna be. There were a couple times there where, like that last guy, so it wasn't K50HY stroke M. It was not the stroke that messed me up. I couldn't, for some reason, I heard the 0, and I heard the Y, not the 0. I heard the O, and then I heard the Y, but the H in between was just mush. Maybe my brain was like, there shouldn't be a 5 there. Yeah, he was on I-35 Kansas. Oh. I heard the K and then I thought it was an H. So I was like, KH, I don't know what that is. So then I thought it was RH. I was like, oh, that's Rhode Island. No, Rhode Island's RI. So KS. Hey, not bad. Got back in the saddle, got out there, didn't make a complete fool out of myself. Yeah, I thought 15 meters would do better, but it did not. KI5. So what I go through afterwards is if I remember to and have time, is I'll check the people that respotted me and make sure that I got their call signs right and in the log. And we're all checking out. KF9R, thanks for me. So KF9R, I only live like 2 miles from this park. So anytime somebody activates it, I can hunt them from my driveway. So I went through like every band with one guy, and I am currently the second most hunter? How do I word that? I have hunted this park the second most times. The number 1 amount of times is KF9R. And every time he hunts me at this park, I'm like, man, should I just not hear him? But obviously I put him in the log because he's taking the time to hunt me. But dang, I want to be number 1. Alright guys, so Ashi Paddle. Let me turn off break-in so I can try to show one thing that I noticed. Turn that down. Oh. Monitor narrow, AGC. Alright, turned off break-in. So, you are not going to be able to see this. So maybe I'll just talk through it. Let me turn down monitor. So what happens is the micro switches in here where it turn that down, but turn monitor way up. So what happens is the micro switch will trigger, but there's still a little bit of room left in the throw, so it'll trigger, but I'm still able to push the paddle a little bit further. So as I'm taking it off, or as I'm taking my finger off the paddle, it's still, like the switch is still triggered, it's still trying to send. I was aware of that coming into this, so that's why it wasn't too bad. I actually sent an extra DA a few times, which at home practicing with this paddle, I never did, so whoopsies, still got the activation done. But this is interesting because I think this is called an epoxy print, so it prints in epoxy, so it's not the normal PLA, PETG, ASA, whatever. It's not the normal plastic that you get in 3D printed paddles, but it feels just like a mechanical keyboard, and it's actually pretty nice to use. Like I enjoyed that. Plus, I think it looks cool. I'll drop a link to the description. N6 ARA. He is importing them from the Japanese ham that makes them. And I bought the very last one he had when I impulse bought this. So maybe he has a restock. I don't know, but I'll put a link in the description anyways. All right, thanks for coming out with me on yet another activation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 in the log. I think I needed 23 for 1,000. So it looks like my next activation will finally be it. When I moved here, I came with the goal of getting my first kilo at this park, and it looks like it's going to take me 42 activations to do it. But that's okay, I'm not in a hurry.